What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Eats Reviews and I watched Thunderbolts with the tagline, "Everyone deserves a second shot." Okay, I will come right out of the gate. There will be no second movie today. You do get a Twilight Zone episode, and you also get a review of of my tattoo. The third session, yesterday, we made a lot of progress. The backside is done. The my inner leg side, that's done. So we only have to do the front side, and then the coloring, and then we're done. Sorry. Apparently we did 40 characters already, and we have still 20 to go or something like that. Yeah, so super nice. Before I forget, thank you for subscribing, number 68. Yes, 68 subscribers. 68 subscribers. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, 68. Thank you very much for subscribing. It really means a lot. We're getting closer to the 100 subscribers. Slowly but steady. We're getting there. And, it's exciting, If you want to get a shout out, put your name down below in the comment section so I can give you a proper shout out. If you want to recommend a movie, you can just always recommend the movie. It doesn't have to be related to this movie or a movie that we watch at the moment, but you can just always recommend the movie if you feel like it. We're also getting a special video next week, because my tattoo artist is Mexican, and I asked if you can recommend some good hot sauce, and he said that he would make some for me. So we're getting a special video on Tuesday, and I will drop it on this channel and on my second channel, Underdog Eats, where we do specifically foods and drinks from around the world, but that they can buy here in the Netherlands. I just buy them at the store and we try them. So there are lots of videos. So go subscribe, go watch them. Link down below in the description. And let's just start with the movie, because that's what you're here for. You're not here for me to ramble on. We see kind of an up-close shot, of a woman, and I didn't recognize her at first, but apparently that was the sister of Black Widow. Who we've met in the movie Black Widow, but I didn't recognize it because I watched lots of movies, so and we just seen her once, so she was not really memorable. Sorry. But I started to remember her when Alexei came also back into the movie. Oh yeah, now I remember you. But we have a front shot of her, and then the camera goes to the side, and it zooms a bit out, and we see that she's sitting on top of the ledge of a large building. No, ledge on the edge or whatever. She gets up, and then she lets herself fall from the building. Hell no! I wouldn't do that. Hell no! But apparently she had a parachute, because she pulled the cord and we saw a parachute fly out, come out, and she flies off to another building, where she puts off the takes off the parachute, and she gets around the corner into hiding. And we're gonna leave it at that, because if you don't know what's gonna happen next, watch the movie yourself. This movie didn't really do it. I have to say that the most recent Marvel movies that we've done, and I mean the recent as in that came out recently, not the recent movies that we've watched, like How to Duck, because How to Duck is a good movie. But the other more recent movies like Madame Web, or well, the Marvels, it just don't get the excitement. It doesn't get me hyped up, and this movie just didn't get me hyped up. It was nice to see Bucky again, and it was nice to see Century. I've heard of Century in the YouTube Shorts. I follow some comic people, people that talk about some comic characters, and one of them talked about Century. So I was slightly familiar from who Century is. I don't know him, but I've heard of him. So it was nice to see Century coming into the movie. It's kind of an interesting character, isn't he? There was also Taskmaster was also in this movie, which was a woman, which doesn't add up because Taskmaster is a guy. So yeah, but she didn't stay long in the movie because she was killed shortly after. But that's really too bad because Taskmaster has a kind of an interesting. There is a kind of an interesting character because Taskmaster is a character that mimics your fighting style. Basically, if you're fighting Taskmaster, he learns your fighting style, while you're fighting him, and then he can, block, because he knows your pattern of fighting, bit like a photographic memory while fighting. Only he is not really a good opponent against Deadpool because Deadpool is quite unpredictable. We all know Deadpool, and we know how unpredictable he is. So that's why he is not really a good opponent for Taskmaster. But Taskmaster in general is just a kind of interesting character. Too bad that it was a woman, and too bad that he died so soon. Anyway. Something that I didn't expect is, that we see how Bucky cleans his bionic arm. He just puts it in the dishwasher. We saw him in his kitchen, and he pulled he opened the dishwasher, and pulled out the drawer, and there we see 2 plates and his arm. I didn't expect that. Well, hey, if it's waterproof, why not? Easy to clean, and it's thorough. So because it gets the plates also very clean. So why not? This movie, like I said, this just didn't got me very excited. Which is really too bad. I hope it was a good movie, but because I saw the new Avengers, okay, so they have a bit of a name to live up to, but were they really the new Avengers? I don't know, at the beginning of Marvel, it got me really excited. Cool, we're finally get to see how Iron Man, became Iron Man, or we get to see, the new Spider-Man. That I haven't seen some of the movies from yet. Well, then, oh, let's watch 4, you know, but this movie just didn't got me that excited. So, yeah. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. The movie was rather okay. You know, it was interesting to see, like I said, Taskmaster, Bucky was nice to see him again. Elaine, I think that her name was, that is the sister of Black Widow, was interesting to see her make a comeback. And Alexei, the Red Guardian, also interesting. And we have the first event, well, first adventure, the first Captain America, who was rather an asshole, but hey, he knew it. So, it, it just didn't do it for me. I know that there is also Fantastic Four, the first steps or something like that is coming out, but we're gonna watch that all the way in February of next year. So, yeah, that. That said, I can leave it at that. Leave likes, recommend a good, just a good movie down below in the comment section, maybe with some powers. Subscribe to the channel, come join Discord. Tomorrow you're gonna get The Boy and the Heron from Studio Ghibli. Today you're gonna get the 20th episode of The Twilight Zone. Yeah. And a review of my tattoo. How far we gotten yesterday. Yeah. I'll see you guys later, and otherwise tomorrow. Bye.